Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a challenge that, let's be honest, every single brand faces. How do you turn your social media posts into these powerful drivers of real engagement? We are going to break down 5 expert strategies that are going to help your content finally connect and just shine. So, let's get right into it. So, have you ever done this? You've crafted what you thought was the absolute perfect post. You hit publish and you're met with crickets. You know that feeling? It's so frustrating. It feels like you're just posting into the void. This is such a common problem, but the good news is it is solvable. The issue, a lot of the time, isn't actually the quality of your content, but the strategy behind it. So, why do we even care so much about the likes, the shares, the comments? Well, because engagement is so much more than just a vanity metric. As our source material puts it, it's really the lifeblood of your brand. It's how your audience sees you, how they connect with you, and ultimately how they come to trust you. It's the huge difference between just broadcasting a message and actually building a community. Okay, let's get into the solutions, starting with the content itself. The creative heart and soul of your social media. Our first 2 strategies are all about crafting posts that just naturally, almost magnetically, invite people to interact. First up, strategy number 1 is all about visual storytelling. There is a very good reason that platforms like Instagram and TikTok are such absolute powerhouses. Our brains are literally hardwired to process and connect with images so much faster than text. So the bottom line is this: if you're not thinking visually, you are missing a massive opportunity. And the keys to making this work are actually pretty simple to put into action. First off, quality is just non-negotiable. Your visuals need to be sharp and clean. It shows you care. Second, think in terms of stories. A simple before and after photo or a quick video showing your process is way more compelling than just a boring product shot. And finally, please don't be afraid to have some fun. Memes and GIFs, they humanize your brand and they are incredibly shareable. All right, strategy number 2 is to actively make your content interactive. So instead of just talking at your audience, you got to invite them into the conversation. Polls are such a low-effort way for people to engage. Contests? They are fantastic for getting people to share and tag their friends. And going live? That creates a real, face-to-face connection, and it shows your followers that you are actually listening to them. Okay, so we've covered what to post. Now let's switch gears and talk about how you post. These next 2 strategies are truly foundational. They're all about building that trust and creating a brand personality that people actually want to follow and support for the long haul. Strategy 3 is all about consistency, and this is a huge but, it's not just about posting every single day for the sake of it. No, it's about consistently delivering value. You have to remember, quality will always, always beat quantity. It's so much better to post 3 fantastic, value-packed posts a week than 7 mediocre ones. And a content calendar here, it becomes your absolute best friend. It helps you plan ahead and make sure every post really, truly counts. I just love this quote from our source because it gets right to the heart of strategy number 4. In this world of perfectly polished feeds and crazy complex algorithms, being genuinely, authentically you, well, that's your superpower. Authenticity builds trust, and that trust is what builds a loyal, dedicated audience. So, how do you actually do that? How do you be authentic? Well, you can show the real people behind the logo. Share some behind-the-scenes glimpses of how you work. Celebrate your customers by featuring their content. That's the ultimate social proof. And don't be afraid to share where you came from, the struggles and all. People connect with real stories, not just highlight reels. And now for our final strategy. This one is kind of the secret sauce that makes everything else work even better. This is where we stop guessing and we start knowing. It's all about using data to refine your approach, which leads to sustainable, long-term growth. I know data can feel a little intimidating, but it really just breaks down into a few key signals. For example, your engagement rate. That tells you which of your posts are actually hitting home with your audience. Your reach and impressions tell you how many eyeballs are actually seeing your content. And your click-through rate, that tells you if your call to action is actually working. Keeping an eye on these is absolutely crucial. And this right here, this is the core loop of a smart, data-driven strategy. You analyze the numbers, you adapt your content plan based on what you're learning, and then you allocate your time and resources accordingly. If videos are getting double the engagement of photos, guess what? It's time to make more videos. It's that simple. You just double down on what works. So there you have it, a complete framework for really transforming your social media presence. Let's just pull it all together one last time into a clear action plan, your new playbook that you can start using like today. So here they are, the 5 pillars. Tell compelling visual stories. Create interactive content that invites conversation. Post with a relentless focus on quality and consistency. Humanize your brand to build real trust. And finally, analyze your data so you can adapt and get better. These 5 things, they all work together to create this incredible engine for engagement. So to close this all out, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. If authenticity is truly the key that cuts through all the noise, what is the one real human story that your brand isn't telling yet? Really think about that, because that story, that might just be your most powerful piece of content. Thanks for tuning in.